Who said Game 80 couldn't be fun? That was a fun game. The Toronto Raptors and the Brooklyn Nets play in a back and forth contest, but the Raptors, unfortunately, they lose there at the end, and they can thank former Raptor Dennis Schroeder for helping them get one step closer to locking up the sixth worst record in the NBA. We're going to talk about it, guys. Do me a solid, hit a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Yes, the Raptors need one more loss now or a Memphis Grizzlies win to officially clinch the sixth worst record in the NBA, which would give them a 45.8% chance of keeping their first round pick and landing number 6 in the draft lottery. If the Raptors somehow win out, they got 2 more games left against Miami, and the Grizzlies lose out and both teams finish the season with the same record, then a coin flip would determine which of the 2 teams would have the 6th best odds for the draft lottery. The Raptors don't want to find themselves in that position. I mean, they did all this losing for a reason. They do not want to fumble it now. They almost won this game, but able to not win there at the end, as this was a very highly entertaining game. I mean, this is all you can ask for in game number 80 of essentially a meaningless game for both teams, as the Toronto Raptors, they did not have RJ Barrett. They did not have Kelly Olynyk, got the night off, and no Gary Trent Jr. as well. So they rolled out a starting 5 of Dick, Abaji, Quickley, Williams, and Temple. Then they had McDaniels, Wara, Gay, and Freeman Liberty from off the bench. Obviously, Freeman Liberty coming off a huge outing in his last game, a career high. You look at the Raptors in this one, who were on the second night of a back-to-back. I got to start with the backcourt play, man. This was unbelievable to see. Possibly a sign of things to come, you would hope, as a Raptors fan. Immanuel Quickley, Grady Dick, future backcourt of this team, question mark. I mean, these guys looked the part tonight. Immanuel Quickley, another solid outing. You're talking about 3 consecutive strong outings in a row. He is really finding his groove with this team now, guys. Immanuel Quickley, 32 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 10 of 24 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3. And he had a steal and a block. Quickley getting to the foul line again 8 times. And you look at Immanuel Quickley's play, he's really burst onto the scene in his last 3 games now. 25, 11, and 9, 31, 7, and 13, 32, 7, and 9. As Quickley, he's been really a huge offensive boost for this Raptors team. He got the night off against Indiana, but he's really finding his form. The way he's able to not only get his points and get his, but he's getting his teammates involved. And he's also doing a good job of keeping busy on the glass. We're really seeing all areas of his game unfold here. And I know it comes towards the end of the season where these games don't mean much for the Raptors, but it is great to see Immanuel Quickley build some nice momentum, because he looks like a guy who can potentially break out and be a big-time stud for this Raptors team. And the Raptors need Immanuel Quickley to pan out and be a big-time player, a big-time point guard for this franchise as they enter this new era. And I'm really, really excited to see what Immanuel Quickley can do with this Raptors team with a full season under his belt. Now, I don't want to put crazy expectations on Quickley, but guys, this situation could very well look like what we saw with Jalen Brunson. Now, I'm not saying Immanuel Quickley is going to go on to become as good as Jalen Brunson, although that would be awesome. And I'm not putting any ceiling on Quickley at this point of his career, but we saw a situation there where Dallas, they had Luka overshadowing, doing his thing. They end up moving on from Brunson. The Knicks pick him up. And then we saw Brunson, what he's able to do on a team that he can call his, and a team that he's had more of an increased workload, and he's had more of an offensive role and an offensive responsibility. And look at Brunson now, all-star, playing unbelievable, has the Knicks in a position where they can make some noise this season. And the Knicks, they gave up Quickley because Brunson's the guy. So can now Quickley go on to his new team, the Toronto Raptors, where he does have an opportunity, where he has been making the most out of the opportunity? And can he now blossom and take his game to new heights? And can we look back on Immanuel Quickley and say, wow, like he really took this opportunity and ran away with it. He really became the guy. Again, I'm not putting crazy expectations on Quickley, but don't be surprised if Quickley can have the same type of trajectory. And obviously, if you're the Raptors, you would love that, because that would just advance this rebuild to another level and really, really progress things. So Immanuel Quickley, it's great to see that he has that potential. We're seeing it unfold. Can it carry over into next season? And is he going to be able to do this while obviously incorporating pieces like Barrett and Barnes into the mix? But Quickley did his thing. And then Grady Dick, career high, best game of the season, 24 points, 6 3-pointers, 9 of 20 from the field, 4 rebounds. This is a guy who could very well be a starter for this team. Obviously, there's been some inconsistency with him. He's had a whole lot of increased minutes with guys out, but the Raptors, I mean, they might not have Gary Trent Jr. He's an unrestricted free agent, and I don't know if they're going to bring him back. I don't know if they're going to get something done there, nor does it make sense. They got a guy in Grady Dick who's obviously trying to show this team that he can be a valuable contributor, whether it's from off the bench or in these starters' minutes. So this was a nice little glimpse of what could be for the Raptors with Quickley and Grady Dick. They were really, really solid in this one, guys, and they really carry the load for Toronto as they were almost able to win this game on the road. Javon Freeman-Liberty had 12 from off the bench, and then Wara had 11 points, guys who are trying to get themselves an opportunity on the squad next season. And you look at the Raptors, this game came till the very end, but then it was Dennis Schroeder who really had himself a nice game. Hit a couple of clutch free throws late. He had 21 points, 7 of 18 from the field. And the Nets actually had their entire starting five finish in double figures. And this game right there for the taking for the Raptors, but the Nets able to pull it out. They're able to win. And the Raptors, they do finish the season 1-15 against the Atlantic Division. Their franchise worst mark. I mean, only the Blazers, I believe, have the same record in their division for this season. So the Raptors, they were not able to win any games in their division. Their only win against the division this season came against this Nets team. Brooklyn does win the season series 3-1. But you look at the Raptors, guys, they're playing hard. They're playing tough. This is one you want to see, especially on the second end of a back-to-back. They were, going up against a Nets team that hasn't been good at all. And again, they haven't had much to play with for because they don't have their pick, going back to the James Harden trade. So, this was a Raptors team that, missing guys, down some bodies, still hung in there. And it was really nice to see it Quickley and Dick in particular shine in their minutes. So the Raptors now, guys, 2 more games left on the season, and it's pretty simple for them. Do not fumble this. Not going to go out there and purposely, try to tank away a game. I mean, they have done that already in some of these ugly losses. You want to see them still go out there and compete, but you also don't want to squander what's at stake here. Raptors just need one more loss to put this 6th record in their back pocket, and then they just got to worry about, draft night, coin flips chance of keeping that pick. But Miami, and both those games are going to be huge for Miami because Miami's still trying to move on up. Although they did lose against Dallas. I got to look at the standings. I don't have it in front of me. But still, Miami's going to want to win those games. You would think they're going to put their best foot forward in those ones. So Raptors, we'll see if they give guys nights off. But there's going to be a game, a day off in between. So maybe we see this full squad, obviously minus Jakob Poeltl and Scotty Barnes, who we're not going to, in all likelihood, see over the last 2. But Raptors Friday, Sunday afternoon, and then the season's over for this Raptors squad. So we'll see how they look in the closing moments of the season. But Game 80 was a fun one. Raptors lose 106-102. We'll see what's in store Friday night against Miami Heat. That is it for me, guys. Lucas signing off. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you all again in the next one.